Here you go. I don't know if there's any Woody Allen lovers, but I totally adore him. And so that's why it's not even a secret why I choose this name. It's everything you always wanted to know about art, but were afraid to ask. Well, for people who still never met me, my name is Diana, and now maybe for a year and a half, I'm starting any presentation with saying that I'm Ukrainian. I moved here to the UK because of war. If talking about my art history, it was my lifelong passion. I'm like super passionate about it. I was always sure it is a cure, and I'm talking about this topic, I don't know, with too much energy, and I can irritate my friends. But we will see. Maybe it's not like. And it's a problem that I can't see who is entering. So sorry for these interruptions. I will jump it from presentation screen to screen of admin. Well, maybe we will fix that. So talking about my history, it was my lifelong passion. I was super passionate about it. Jokes around me that I'm the only student that finished with 5, like A+ in art history in my own art school. We really had the most terrible teacher in the world that maybe inspired me to become art historian and actually making lections for people just to translate art to people's language. Maybe it's all because of her and thanks to her. Beside this, I was studying visual art in Norwich College in US. Thanks to COVID, again, for people who don't know me, for a decade, I was always involved in a tech project. So I'm an IT consultant. And thanks to COVID, when I had time not to fly in business trips every day, I got time to sit and think about what I actually enjoy doing and think about my life. And I thought to gain more skills to structurize all information that I have in my head, just because I was constantly going to exhibitions, I was constantly studying art lections or checking some courses. So I decided to check MoMA. It's modern. It's actually one of my favorite museums in the world. It's a MoMA. They made a course for modern and contemporary art and design. I started doing it and realized, okay, maybe I know not everything, but it gave me freedom to tell myself, to talk out loud about art with other people and bigger audience. And I also started doing art and activity. So it's basically interactive strategies for engaging with art. This course was designed especially for art teachers, for any kind of audience. My classmates were teachers for primary school. There are also some really really the league, I would say it like the Ivy League teachers in some fancy universities. And what they basically was doing, they were giving us tools and instruments, how to better engage with audience, how to structurize all data that you have in your head about art, and actually share your knowledge. Because sometimes, even if you know a lot, it's really hard for you to describe something to another person who maybe is not in the same level of knowledge. And all my friends were sure, and my parents as well, that 3 years ago I have midlife crisis when I decided to finish my IT career. Actually, not finish, but combine it with my life passion with art. So I started doing like art tech startup. But before this, I get enrolled to Sotheby's Institute of Art. And that is something that, I don't know, was my last anchor, how to finally talk about this more seriously, how to talk about art business. Because for, I don't know, I was always raised with this idea that art can be just your hobby, it can be your profession. So as I already spoiled you that in my daytime, I'm combining art and tech. It can be digitalizing cultural institutions. I'm working with museums, with art foundations. I'm also working with some really cool artists, and maybe you already heard about NFT. We'll talk about it later. It's something that I'm also helping them with strategies and how to dive deeper to Web3. Beside this, as you can see, I'm passionate art collector. Even though I was traveling all around the world, I lived in, I don't know, 10 countries. I never actually counted it. I realized that my life mission right now is to, I don't know, engage and encourage people I know, like our age, to be collectioners. Even like talking about Ukraine, there's history background to why it's not so popular as in Europe, for example, just because why did you need to, I don't know, buy really expensive painting? In 30 years, someone will come and steal it, or someone will just burn your house. As you can see, what is happening, unfortunately, now in our country. But I do believe that we are that generation that need to share our culture, share our knowledge, and that's how Ukrainian art, for example, can be popular again. Where does this idea come from? Actually, this art course was my dream for, I would say, 7 years for sure. It didn't happen with one day. It happened, I would say, accident. I was invited as like youngest C-level top manager in IT company for courses in orphan houses. Courses were mostly professional oriented, and we wanted to encourage young girls, like teenagers, who are like choosing their path, they are choosing their profession. And I was invited to them, I don't know, as inspiration story to tell about how to get into IT. And actually my main role was to tell them that you can be anyone and you can do anything in your life you want to. And there's profession and money for everyone in this world. And somehow by talking with them afterwards, after the election, I realized that unfortunately kids have zero background in art. They don't know anything about art history. What helped me to engage, actually, this banana, just because I was telling them, like, okay, you're telling that art is not good business, just guess the price for this banana. That's how it's all started. And I got this idea to make art lections for orphan houses for teenagers. I came back home. Again, I was working in IT full time, and all my, I would say, information bubble was with tech guys. And I was telling them that, you see what I'm doing for these kids. They are, 14-year-old is that age when you need to do everything perfect. You can't make a mistake just because kids will never, I don't know, forgive you. And that's how I started checking. It was my 40-year-old kids. It was IT guys who, again, maybe they heard something in school, but they were never really engaged with art before. Some of them, they were visiting museums or exhibitions, but it was a rare thing for them. So I tried to make the language of my talks the simplest as possible. And actually, like frankly speaking, I didn't expect it to become such a boom. We had series of lections, and we have like really big audiences in Kiev, and I really miss these times. So if you're still thinking if it's for you, or maybe you don't have enough art background to understand what I will tell, and I will like share some like information for you, please don't think so. I really believe that this course is for art enthusiasts with all levels. If you have professional degree, I know that only one person during this course, like pre-registration, I found out that they have art background. I'm pretty sure there's also a lot of new information, cool information to learn. Again, sorry for jumping there and forward. Metro is entering. So I do believe that it's for all levels. This is perfect course for lifetime learners. I'm calling those people who are always studying something new, or they want to dive deeper in their passion. And again, a good sense of humor is highly encouraged. It's something that I put there just because I understand that maybe my art lections and my art humor is not for everyone. That's why I encourage you to join this webinar, just so you can understand if you can deal with my laughs and humor. What is the start date for the course? So my main idea is, so today I'll answer all your questions and we can start next Sunday. Our plan. I know a lot of you were waiting for plan and actually program. I put everything in, and we'll try to explain you and do, I don't know, spoilers for every lection. So talking about what we will have next Sunday, it's Intro to the Art World, a hyperloop through civilizations. Again, I'm really passionate about modern art, but you know what? All art in even museums from Renaissance, Baroque, it was modern art many years ago. And for understanding the context behind it, behind paintings or sculptures or video art so that you can find these days, you do need to understand what's created was for, and I don't know, historical background in every region. And I don't want to make it boring and super long, but will give you basic knowledge for everything. Next lection will be what's the difference between Manet and Manet. Again, it's my friends, they created this joke that maybe it's not a joke, that my future husband or like partner need to understand the difference. And this lection will be specifically focused on understanding what type of painting, what type of style it's in front of you. There are some life hacks, of course. Most of even like modern painting is always eclectic, but it will give you basic tools and instruments to understand what's in front of you. Next lection will be art in the modern world. Again, spoilers alert, it's everywhere. It's in movies, you're watching movie clips, you're wearing dresses, you're wearing earrings. It's basically everywhere. And usually such lection was always, I don't know, eye-opener for people who were sure that art, they're not into art. And for them, it was mind-changing experience when they understand that maybe I'm really interested in this just because it's our, I don't know, daily life is really involved there. Yeah, Marina, I entered you. Oh, yeah. So again, next topic will be how to walk into museum and know what's going on. There are some basic life hacks and tools that I'm recommending, I don't know, every student, I'm recommending every friend, how to actually get like full-time experience out of even like one exhibition. And there's preparation list, there's homework to do. Next section will be Art History Without Men, the female edition. It's funny how my focus group, like actually boys who were like, hey, you should rename it. But yeah, you'll be surprised. For example, I'm reading these days Katie Hassel, and again, I'm lifelong, lifetime learner. For 20 years, I was investing money and my time and energy into art, and still I'm learning a lot out of this book, just because a lot of new information revealed in the past 5 years. Unfortunately, we don't know any female artists, I don't know, behind Primachenko or Frida, and there are reasons for this, and I will tell you about these reasons first, and then we will talk about girls who changed history, and unfortunately, we don't know their surnames yet, and I will open the doors for you. Next slide will be for art collectors, so it's like art collector starter pack, well-known examples, plus it will also give you description, and it will give you knowledge about who are those people and how to become one. You don't need to have old money. You don't need to have billions in your account to become one. And I guess I'm a good example of this, and I really want to encourage everyone to become one. For the next selection, we actually have a star guest speaker. It's a secret yet, but people who will be enrolled in the first batch of art course, they will be surprised to see him. It's a spoiler. It's a boy, and he will do a lecture about modern art photography. This is really huge, huge blast of art, and I didn't want to make this courses without investing time in it. And I'm really happy and super excited that our speaker will show you and highlight some really big names. Plus, he will also tell about some contemporary names that may be interesting for you just because you never heard. Next lection will be Stolen Arts. I know that there was one person who is listening to our webinar was already in this lection, but it was I was presenting it for 30 minutes. Unfortunately, there are many more surnames, and you'll be surprised to learn that even we were raised in school, or I don't know, in some, we were listening it from mass media that it's Russian artists. Unfortunately, it's Ukrainian, and they were just appropriated. And I do believe that it's a really important one, and I want to share it. That's why, first of all, I'm doing this course in English, just because we have people who enrolled in pre-registration from 12 different countries. And I want everyone to know our artists, our culture, and our heritage. And the last but not the least, in August, we will have Ukrainian contemporary art lection, and I will try to show you the best examples and really good quality art from Ukraine, and we'll have a start guest for discussion. But it's not everything, because I really try to combine everything in one package. But there are 3 bonus lections just for you. And this was always, I have no idea why, actually, but this was always, I don't know, top lection that I used to have, artists and their illnesses. It's not a secret that usually we have this stigma about, okay, genius means mental health issues. It's not always like this, but in history we will see really funny examples and really cool examples. For example, there's one version why Impressionism became Impressionism just because of eye problems of artists. But yeah, I will tell you later. Another lection will be Art That Changed the World. It's art activism, and this is my favorite topic ever. I'm still learning in Columbia University. It's already been more than 1 year when I'm doing this course. It's about art activism, and it's always the best answer when someone is telling me that art is not involved into politics. It will be a great example to show. And of course, Art Tech and the Story of Digital Art. I know that half of you who registered in registration course, they know me from tech world, and they know me an expert from art tech world. So I couldn't skip this for you. No worries about dates. Recordings are available. After each Sunday, I will send a recording. So if you can't make it in time, then you'll be fine. More bonuses. Again, if you will apply for this course now, you'll get free membership for my own art circle. It's Art Club for Art Lovers. I'm just starting it now, so you'll be proud founding members. And this club is actually it's a paid club, so you'll get free membership for whole life. Instruments that you will need: Notion, Telegram, Google Meets, and YouTube. I know that 3 of you are not using Telegram, and I'm like encouraging you to download one. Unfortunately, I have tried like WhatsApp communities. I have tried Discord. Telegram is still the best tool that we have and the easiest one for you. Homework. I have a lot of questions about homework. And yeah, again, why I'm doing this, just to create better engagement. You'll thank me later. But I don't want to burden you in any homework. I understand that for most of you, it's about having fun after your work and about forgetting work. And, you know, we will start every Sunday together. So we actually need to, I don't know, drink coffee and not to think about, like, not be anxious that you didn't do homework. It will be easy. It will take you up to 1 hour per week. So it's pretty feasible. And talking about price, it's £300 for old art course with all bonuses that I have mentioned. And yeah, so now I'm ready for your questions and I'm coming back to see you. I also heard that there was a question. Secret speaker. Yeah, Anastasia, there will be secret speaker actually too. And for art club, we'll already have a election again, just because you'll be lifelong art club members. You'll get access to all talks and all events that I will do there. And for July, we'll already have an event with artist from Spain who lives in London, and he'll tell about his experience. I have painting in his collection. So there's a lot of things to talk about. And yeah, now I'm waiting for your questions.
Thank you, Diana. No question from my side. Just thank you for doing this. And thank you for mentioning that for some of us, it's going to be a nice way of spending their Sunday morning. Really appreciate that.
Yeah. Again, I am doing this for my soul, and I do believe that art is helping you to make fulfillment life, and this is our basic needs. So I'm happy to help you to move on with this. Oksana, you have a question. You're muted. No, still
okay.
Still
okay.
Oh, now
do you work with real paintings such as modern or known painter? And I need to know now a lot of arts, digital and artificial intelligence art, and you will just subscribe this thing about digital art and artificial intelligence art, or only for real paintings, your course?
Yeah, as I mentioned before, we will have election. Election is usually will take up to 1 hour, so it will be let's say full dive into the art tech world, and there I will mention about digital artist phenomenon, about using AI, which instruments artists are using. So there will be a full lection just for your topic. But while we are moving, I don't know, there will be different topics. For example, women artists, I will mention amazing woman artist from art tech world now, just because she's modern and we need to know her surname. And I don't know, I believe in like sharing knowledge. And yeah.
I really want to know about how to start to be successful in this sphere, because I know all my friends have NFT and other things, but no one sale. And me too. I started, and 3 months, nothing is nothing. And my friends more than 2 years, they put their works and made something new, something beautiful, but no money. And
again, Sorry for
question.
interrupting. I was like, I'm really like fast and understanding what people trying to say. So I was like, yeah, I'll just jump to the fire. So this course is basically not for, I don't know, like selling your skills, or not for like instruments, how to become a successful artist. It's mostly about like people learning more about what art is, and how to understand what art is around. For artists, there's basically a huge opportunity, just because there's art lovers here, and you will have opportunity to learn more what like collectors are choosing, what people want. So again, I'm working in sales for a decade, and I understand the importance of being in the industry and like speaking with people who are actually buying something, not with someone who is creating, like, I don't know, your competitors. And if you're asking me, let's say, I don't know, like a topic from my own view, how to become successful, you need to do and invest a lot in marketing. So it's all about marketing. And again, learning your public, so know your audience. If you know who is buying it, who needs to buy it, then you already sold it.
Okay. Last questions, please. Can you are popular, I see. Thank you for this. And can you promote the not so famous Ukrainian artist? Little time for you, but you connected with many people, and you let them know about not so famous, but really cool Ukrainian artist who is need helps and support now.
Gotcha. I'm not a promoter. You need to find, like in the perfect world, you need to find art manager. This is just not my job. I'm mostly on like consultant on technical part of stuff. I definitely, what I'm doing, I'm actually like I'm promoter to, I don't know, to artists I'm buying, just because I believe that everyone who is buying it should be ambassador. Like every art collectioner, every art collector, he's ambassador of artists who is he buying. So it's our obligation to invite people to your home to tell. So if talking about like my professional consultation, yeah, this is not my teaching.
Okay, thank you. I understand.
Thank you. Yeah, we have question in the chat. Okay, Kate is asking how to complete the payment. Again, I will have a recording. I will send you an email with recording, with all plan, like structurized, with dates, with theme, and there'll be like also payment options. There's Wise, and there's also Ukrainian card in case some of you needs one. Max is asking, will this course exactly about modern art also about art in general? Again, I wish I can make something just in modern art, but we can't talk about modern art without art in general, just because you need to understand all context and history behind it. Oh, thank you for nice words. And yeah, it was nice seeing you in Traiani. So yeah, totally jump off. I will ping you later. Okay, guys, who else have questions? Did I cover everything, or you're... Oh, okay, Kate. Yeah, go for it.
First, thank you so much. And my question would be, because you already mentioned like one book you're reading, are we going to have like a reading list? Anything like in advance, so that we're like there already when you talk about things?
Again, just because I understand it's time-wise, what I will do, I will like create a list of recommendations, just because everyone is asking, okay, what you recommend, what I should watch. Because again, for watching it's easier. What I understand, again, from my own experience, when I'm telling people to read a book, for them it's a burden that they can't even start it. If I'll tell them to watch a movie, they can totally invest 1 hour of their life. So I will totally make books of recommendations. It's not like obligatory to read, but it will be nice for you to to dive deeper. What I will do, definitely, it will be like movies, just because I can see that it's working for people.
Got it. Thank you so much.
Okay. Any more questions, or we all need to run and enjoy Sunday? It's super sunny in London. Okay. Thank you, everyone. I really appreciate that. Yeah, you came, and yeah. So hope to stay in touch and hope to see you in first batch. I'm really excited. Thank you, Leah.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Maria, you have a question? No, because you just no. Okay.
Nope,
I guess-
just try to send the
Okay. No worries.
emoji. Yeah.
Okay. Enjoy Sunday. Thank you again for coming. Bye bye.